Algorithms are one of those things people use every single day without realizing it. Opening a video app for 5 minutes and emerging 3 hours later with survival skills and cabin building knowledge is not an accident. Something very deliberate is happening in the background. You open a video app for 5 minutes, suddenly it's 3 hours later and you somehow know how to survive in the wilderness, cook restaurant pasta, and build a cabin using only sticks and unresolved childhood issues. Meanwhile, the app is sitting there quietly thinking, yes, the human remains trapped. That invisible thing controlling what you see is usually an algorithm. And despite sounding like a robot villain from a science fiction movie, an algorithm is actually very simple. This app is not malfunctioning when you lose 3 hours. It is working exactly as it is designed, which is the part most people have not fully sat with yet. An algorithm is just a list of steps used to solve a problem or make a decision. That's it. Humans use algorithms constantly. Recipes are algorithms. Instructions are algorithms. Even your morning routine is basically algorithm. Wake up, check phone, regret checking phone, get out of bed. Computers simply follow instructions much faster. An algorithm, being just a list of steps to solve problems, is one of those definitions that makes you realize the concept was never as complicated as the word made it sound. And unlike humans, they usually remember what they were doing. Imagine making a sandwich. The instructions might look like this. Get bread, add cheese, add meat, close sandwich, eat sandwich. Congratulations. That's an algorithm. A step-by-step process. Computers work the exact same way. Every app, website, and game follows instructions. Without algorithms, computers would basically just be glowing paperweights. Wake up, check phone, regret checking phone, get out of bed. That specific sequence running on autopilot every morning is genuinely the same logical structure computers follow. Algorithms tell computers how to solve problems, how to sort information, how to search, how to recommend videos, how to display advertisements for shoes immediately after you thought about buying shoes one time, which honestly feels suspicious. One of the most important algorithms online is the search algorithm. Search engines like Entity, which is a company, Google search engine, use algorithms to organize billions of websites. When you search for something, the algorithm decides which results appear first. The sandwich example sounds almost too simple until you realize that every piece of software you use daily is just a significantly more complex version of exactly that same structure. Otherwise, searching the internet would be complete chaos. You'd type how to boil rice and somehow end up reading a conspiracy theory written by a man named Gray. Such algorithms look at many things: keywords, popularity, website quality, user activity. Then they predict which results are most useful. Sometimes they work perfectly. Sometimes they absolutely do not, which explains why people still add Reddit to have their searches. Recommendation algorithms are everywhere now. Streaming apps use them. Social media uses them. Online stores use them. These algorithms study your behavior, what you watch, what you click, what you like, how long you stare at videos instead of sleeping. Then they recommend more content. So if you watch one fitness video, your entire feed suddenly becomes wake up at 4 a.m., top 10 protein foods, why millionaires take ice baths. At that point, the algorithm thinks you are one motivational speech away from climbing mountains shirtless. Algorithms also organize information. Sorting algorithms arrange things in order, smallest to largest, alphabetical order, newest to oldest, which sounds boring, but imagine online shopping without sorting. Computers use different sorting methods depending on the situation. Some methods are faster, some use less memory, and programmers spend unbelievable amounts of time arguing about which one is better, which honestly feels very on brand for programmers. Algorithms are not only used online. Banks use algorithms to detect fraud. Hospitals use algorithms to analyze medical information. Maps use algorithms to find faster routes. Airlines use algorithms for scheduling flights. Even traffic lights often use algorithms, which means somewhere in the world there is probably an algorithm personally deciding to ruin your morning commute. Algorithms help systems make decisions quickly, especially when humans would be too slow or distracted or eating snacks instead of working. Social media algorithms became incredibly powerful. Apps like Entity, TikTok, short form video platform. The goal is simple. Keep people watching. The longer users stay on the platform, the more advertisement they see. And more advertisement means more money. So the algorithm keeps feeding users content it thinks they will enjoy. And honestly, it's disturbingly good at this. Sometimes the algorithm understands your interest better than your own family, which is both impressive and slightly terrifying. Algorithms are powerful, but they are not perfect. Sometimes they make mistakes, sometimes they recommend bad information, sometimes they accidentally push people into very strange internet rabbit holes. 1 minute you are watching cooking videos, the next minute you are somehow know 17 facts about ancient shipwrecks. Algorithms also depend heavily on data. If the data is flawed, the results can also be flawed, because computers are only as smart as the information they receive, which explains why teaching AI systems using internet comments occasionally produces absolute chaos. Modern artificial intelligence uses advanced algorithms. Machine learning algorithms allow computers to recognize patterns and improve over time instead of following only fixed instructions. AI systems learn from data. This helps computers do things like recognize faces, translate languages, recommend music, answer questions. Basically, computers slowly becoming better at tasks humans thought only humans could do, which is exciting, but also sounds exactly like the beginning of every robot movie ever made. Fortunately, most AI today is less destroy humanity and more recommend videos about air fryers. At the end of the day, an algorithm is really just a step-by-step process for solving problems and making decisions. That simple idea powers search engines, social media, banking systems, online shopping, navigation apps, and modern technology. Without algorithms, the internet would be painfully slow and completely disorganized. Everything would feel chaotic, which honestly already describes group projects. Algorithms are not magic, they are instructions, very fast instructions. Humans created systems capable of processing massive amounts of information in seconds. This video is making something that you interact with dozens of times daily finally make actual sense. Subscribe, because explaining the systems running quietly behind modern technology in a way that actually lands is exactly what this channel does. And naturally, we mostly use that incredible power to recommend memes, shopping ads, and videos we absolutely did not plan to watch until 2 a.m. in the morning, which somehow feels like the most human outcome possible. If this video made you look at your phone differently than you did before pressing play, subscribe, because we cover how technology, systems, and digital tools actually work every week, and there is significantly more worth understanding.
Then check this out.
Headshot.
Unajua mi huambia hapa vitu mnaonaga mimi.
On this table is 20 years of PlayStations, and I purchased all of them because I want to play Call of Duty on the oldest possible PlayStation versus the newest, to see just how much gaming has changed over the years. And we are starting off on the PlayStation 2. As you guys can see, this controller looks very different than what the PlayStation
Look at any crowd on Earth and you will see something strange. One species, same bones, same. Look at any crowd on Earth and you will see something strange. One species, same bone.